So there's a pretty infamous clip going around of a talk show host on talktv, which is the platform that Piers Morgan has his show on, where she kind of goes off on a slightly racist tangent towards the end of her interview with a Palestinian MP. So we're going to do something fun today. We're going to go through the entire video and the entire interview.
Yay. Israel has assassinated a senior Hamas leader in a Beirut drone strike that threatens a major escalation in the war on Gaza in Beirut's southern suburbs of Dahiya. He's a deputy leader of Hamas's political wing and founder of its militant operations in the occupied West Bank. I would say it's a jolly good thing that this man is no longer alive. I say well done to Israel, whoever else is going to claim that they carried out this airstrike. Joining me right now to discuss this is Dr.
Bro, these people are so happy when Arabs die. Like, they're so happy when Arabs die. Who were the other 6 that were killed? That was 1 out of 7. And why is she so happy? Why is it a jolly good thing that these people died? What the heck is wrong with these people?
Barghouti. He is leader of the Palestinian National Initiative and a member of the Palestinian Parliament. Good afternoon.
I love this guy, by the way.
It's a good thing when terrorist leaders are assassinated, isn't it?
What kind of an intro is that? Hey, Arab guy, are you as happy as I am that this terrorist is dead? Why do they always start with such loaded questions?
No, it is not, because they are not terrorist leaders. And I am so surprised that you are encouraging the assassination of political people.
Encouraging the assassination of people who...
Wait a minute, let me answer, please. You are encouraging the violation of international law. Not only Israel is assassinating a Palestinian leader and provoking a reaction for sure, but more than that, they are doing that on the land of another country. In Lebanon.
Israel went into another country and killed somebody, and yes, that would provoke a reaction. Did you make the same comments about the October 7th massacre? Did you also condemn Hamas for entering Israeli territory, provoking...
So she's just very slyly moves away from the fact that she is enticing a war crime by basically commending Israel for assassinating political people. And she moves away from that and very expertly, by the way, jumps back to October 7th, which is their favorite subject.
Reaction from Israel and killing innocent people?
Do you condemn that Israel is occupying us since 1960?
Look at her face. She's so confused. She's like, I don't know if she's trying to think of a response or if she's trying to act like what he's saying is idiotic. Because if she acts like what he's saying is idiotic, then the audience is just supposed to assume that it is idiotic. But he's actually posing a very good point. He's saying, listen, Lebanon is a separate country that has nothing to do with Israel. Israel dropped bombs within their land to get someone who is a member of another country. Whereas when Hamas broke out of the concentration camp they were in Gaza, they were breaking out of a place that was occupied illegally by Israel and attacking the people that are illegally occupying them, which the UN has affirmed the right to do. Back in the 80s, the UN General Assembly reaffirmed the Palestinians' right to armed struggle. Why is she so surprised? Maybe she's racist. I don't know. Maybe it's not okay when Arab people fight back against oppression, and it's only okay when white people fight back.
Do you condemn that Israel is practicing ethnic cleansing against Palestinian people since 75 years? Do you condemn that Israel has evicted 70% of the Palestinian people from their land, erasing to the ground 520 Palestinian towns and villages?
Okay.
Condemn that.
I'm sorry. She's like, okay. What does that mean? Let me go back and see that again.
Do you condemn that Israel is practicing ethnic cleansing against Palestinian people since 75 years? Do you condemn that Israel has evicted 70%
She actually looks shocked. Like, she actually looks like she doesn't know what she's going to say.
of the Palestinian people from their land, erasing to the ground 500?
She's blinking so much as well. I'm not an expert on micro expressions or facial expressions, but I'm pretty sure when someone blinks that much, there's something wrong going on up here. She's trying to, she's firing those neurons, trying to figure out how to respond at this point.
I am so surprised that you are encouraging
we've only got a short time. We can't do the last 75 years history. I asked you a specific question. Did you condemn?
I will not answer your question till you tell me whether you condemn the atrocities that are happening in Gaza. 3 war crimes. the war crime of ethnic cleansing. The
So
war
you're not going
crime
to
of
answer my
collective
question.
punishment, and the war crime
I'm not sure you
of
understand how interviews work.
genocide.
I swear, this is basically the female version of Piers Morgan. Like, they are two apples from the same tree, and I would not be surprised if they went to freaking interviewing school together and they were trained on this exact thing. I'm not going to respond to your relevant point that shows that my question is a loaded question and should not have been phrased in the way that it was phrased, so I'm just going to go and repeat the question to bring it back there. It's really weird that in interviews you can frame the entire discussion just by staying on a point and refusing to move off of it. And in some cases, it just works and you end up looking good. And that's what Piers Morgan tries to do all the time. And a lot of the time he gets caught. And that's what she's trying to do. And the Palestinian MP is just not letting her. And that's frustrating her. The reason it's relevant, what he's saying is relevant. In order to condemn or to not condemn Hamas for what they did, you would have to know the context in which this action was committed. They were illegally occupied. So they broke out of a concentration camp to attack. That's not the same as Israel dropping bombs in Lebanon. And the fact that she keeps trying to bring it back is literally just a soundbite for her audience. And it's beautifully failing, by the way. Beautifully failing.
Mustafa,
you know
Mustafa,
how many...
I asked you a relevant question. So we are living in 2024. In 2023, on October the 7th, Hamas carried out a massacre. I understand the history. I don't think there are rights and wrongs. What's the point? I do not condemn or condone many of the things that Israel has done. I'm not a representative of any of the people involved in these fights.
No, but you want me to answer one question without giving me the chance to answer.
Did you condemn Hamas for entering another country and killing?
Till you give me the chance to respond. I never accept the killing of any child, whether Palestinian or Israeli. I don't accept the killing of the 30 children, as they say, that were killed on the 7th of October. But you should also agree with me that you do not agree with killing 12,000 Palestinian children.
Mustafa,
and airstrikes.
I am horrified.
Israel is occupying us since 1967.
Mustafa,
Is occupation legal?
Mustafa, please, we've only got until...
Why did they only give him like 8 minutes to begin with? Maybe just give him more than 8 minutes and don't ask him a bunch of loaded questions and you'll get a half-decent interview.
Keep going on about the history. We can go back 2,000 years, but
it's not history. It's what's happening today.
The history is relevant. I know that.
Israel...
I can't...
No.
Also, he's talking about the amount of people dying literally in the last month. Is the last month history to her? We're not going back to 48 or to 47. We're talking about now. The guy's talking about right now, and she's still stuck on the history point. She could have gotten such a good interview from the guy if she asked him genuine questions and just let him speak. It would have been a lot better for him to just go on for the full 8 minutes.
Mustafa, you asked me a question and then you carried on talking. I am horrified, as any right-thinking person should be, that any child should die in war.
What happened on the 7th of October does not justify that Israel goes further and displaces 90% of the population of Gaza, 2.3 million people, killing up till now 28,000 Palestinians, and including 12,000 children, and destroying 70% of Palestinian homes. Wait a minute. The way out of this is not to provoke another war with Lebanon. That's what Netanyahu wants. That's, by the way, against the will of many Israelis.
Yes,
who don't want to see their soldiers.
But the interesting thing is that Israelis who disagree with their government are able to do so in a democratic country, which, of course, doesn't exist anywhere else.
I hate this point so much. Israel's a democracy. Whether it's a democracy or theocracy or monarchy or dictatorship or whatever it is, if it's killing 20,000 people in the span of 2 to 3 months, it's garbage. It's filth. They're just democratic pieces of trash. I don't know why this is like a big talking point for them. I think they just like the sound of their own voice and using the word democratic because it feels comfortable for all the libertarian people, as people like Bill Maher loves throwing out to talk about Islam and Islamic states. If it's democratic and it's so good, why is it colonial and why is it murdering a bunch of innocent people?
And do you think that Israel is a democratic country?
I know that Israel is a democracy. They have elections.
No, this man is now has 4 courts against him because of 4 cases of corruption.
That's actually mad. He has 4 courts against him. He has 4 courts against him. That's actually crazy.
You claim it is history. I'm talking about what's happening today.
No, I know, and
this
I'm
is
trying
not history.
Can we just you talked about how you don't want Israel. You're saying Israel that October the 7th happened. You're placing that in historical context. I understand that. Please don't say that again. We don't have time for it. You've made that point 5 times already.
I don't know what you have time for.
Oh my God! For the love of God, let me finish a sentence, man. Maybe you're not used to women talking. I don't know, but I'd like to finish.
Why do they always slip racist remarks? Why? She would never say this to a non-Arab. And it's disgusting. And the whole internet lost their mind, by the way, over this one part. This is the infamous clip. And it gets worse towards the end as well.
Anyway, so...
No, you are misleading the public now
really?
by claiming
Right, I've got 20 seconds left. I'm not even going to bother trying to answer. If you don't think Israel's reaction is acceptable, what would have been an acceptable reaction to you? You've got 10 seconds left.
To end occupation and allow peace to prevail for both people.
That's their reaction. Brilliant. Yeah.
That was brilliant. That's literally exactly what needs to happen. That's what needed to happen, according to the UN and the global community for the last, how many years? Since 1967. Since 1967. 50-something years. That's what needed to happen. Why is she so shocked at that answer? But let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's see in the last few seconds how she decides to end this infamous interview.
Sorry to have, been a woman speaking to you, but there you are. Dr. Mustafa Bugatti, Palestinian.
Never mind. God, astaghfirullah, dude. I really don't know what to say to that. I really don't know what to say. Her great response is to blame it on her womanhood and to act as if this man is just a misogynistic piece of trash because he's Arab, because he's Palestinian, because he's one of those Muslims. So that's basically it for this video. I just wanted to go through that because I thought it was both appalling and funny. Not funny, haha, but just like what the hell. And I find it funny as well that her and Piers Morgan recently had very weird, racist, Islamophobic slips on their shows live. Now, I don't know, maybe in the comfort of their own home, they just happen to be insanely racist, maybe not, I don't know. But these statements really show, when in doubt, be racist, is their kind of motto when it comes to their Muslim guests. What can you really expect from people whose entire show is owned by Zionists? Regardless, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I think my page might be shadow banned. I don't know, but anyways, take care. May Allah bless you, and I'll see you on the next one. Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.